him. You know, we are going to align. Even also, let's even talk about the real life of entrepreneur. You know, there are people who don't have anything.
Yeah, sure.
But they have an idea. But you know, those people, they can be successful more than the people who have a lot of money. Because the way those people are going to approach a problem, they are going to present or pitch their idea to the world, dictate what they are going to get in return. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Unaona ule msee ameishi pale kwa tent akisemanga like mimi nitajenga, like I'll get family, I'll get a business when I get this kind of no. What if you change that narrative and say, like, I'm going to start with what I have?
Sure.
That perception, you know, it's a very and sometimes I don't know whether Chule mulikuanga na these kinds of motivational speakers.
Sometimes they could come, they could appear like stories of Jabba.
But in real sense, those people, they were charging something so big. Because I remember there was those moments they would come and tell us, you know, it doesn't matter. I schooled in a day school, you know, so they would come and do the analysis, like how watu wametoka within the local, how is their family set up, wazazi wana struggle, which way out to get money. Those people used to collect data before they come. And they'll hit you like, okay, I know your parents right now wako vibarua. I know right now your parents, they are struggling. But you know, you can change your family. You know, that thing, ilikuwa ina create, hakuwa anakupea do, hakuwa anakupea leakage ya mtihani or anything at you pite. But there's a way out, you'll change that narrative ya ile self guilty, self pity, alikuwa na change, and you become a lion and you're like, no, I'm a go-getter now. I'm not going to just be comfortable with my grades. There's something they would wire and they'll create a perception fulani, unaona kumbe life it's this easy.
And you see yourself in the future now being at a better position.
Yeah, inabida unajiona like already. Unaona. So I think the only thing they did was just twisting and playing with our mind and letting us see that anything is possible, you know. And the moment you see that at that angle, unaona like, oh, kumbe God mambo yake ni mzuri hivi, because if God can do anything, you know, the way you change things out done a lot of so many things, you know. Some people don't need money right now. Some people don't need kuja wa preachiwe or anything. They just need a very solid conversation, waambie wewe ni mchezo utaacha, you know, wachenjiwe, that simple thing, and those people, their life change
and the tune changes now.
You know, the people hata mwaisikia people, successful people, they will tell you, you know, I got a chance to read a certain book ndo ilini change. When you kusoma ulisoma ika change your perception about the whatever you had earlier, you know. So when you positively feed yourself, the outcome will be positive.
Sure.
When you come to negative things, the outcome will be negative.
Sure.
So feed on those things which matters a lot, because they are going to define you. I think we've digested on that area. So let's talk about identity.
Identity.
Yeah, identity. Who are you?
We ni nani?
We ni nani?
You see, before hata tulizane we ni nani, let's start with a biblical perspective of, you know, most of the time we are corrupted by the devil.
Absolutely.
And who is the devil according to the Bible?
According to the Bible, this was a man who felt like imefika to a point he can take over. And he was Lucifer in those times and eras, and he would produce very good music. You know, and he feel like, sasa, because I'm getting the attentions from other angels and they are applauding to me, he feels like, Jesus, I guess for you, umekuwa ukikaa chini. Mimi ndo nimekuwa nikifanya the bigger part. So let me just have my share on this, you know. And he was thrown, and there was battle before then, and he was thrown, you know. He was told like, hey, this is not the agenda. This was not initially planned, and this was not the position. So akarushwa. So when he rushwa, and some angels, we read in the Bible, they were bowing down there waiting for the judgment day. He became very frustrated, you know. And now what he do, he retaliate what God intended. you know, what God initially intended. And you know, he knew you even, you know, even before the story began. He have your history.
Yeah, sure.
So he knows where you are supposed to go and where you are supposed to be. So what he usually does is he undo what God intended. So it's up for you also to understand that mi niko side ya God yenye ilishinda. So I don't have to be manipulated by the devil, and everything was paid. You know, all the sins which was committed in the Garden of Eden. He came, wiped all the history completely. Now I'm a new creature. And you know, it comes with obedience and also aligning yourself with God. But sisi, most of the time unapatanga tunacheza miguu mbili. You want to be kwa devil na unataka kuwa hapa. Unaona, hata una confuse wote wawili. Unaona, so by the end of the day unapata most chances ni the devil, because mko na yeye hapa, he will completely take you down.
Sure.
Because you'll be feeding too much of him around here, you know, and when you miss side ya God, because you can't be lukewarm, he takes over. So I think he's the man who is very, the spirit which is very bitter, frustrated, and just make sure that God, ulinipiga huko. Now this is niko kwa hii ground.
Exactly.
And I'm going to knock your story, which is impossible.
To take it from that angle from there. Jeremiah says, for I know I'm fearfully
and wonderfully made.
So that's your true identity.
Absolutely.
You are fearfully
and wonderfully made.
How does the devil look like? Identity ya devil iko aje? Anasemaga, for the devil is like a lion, roaring, ready to devour.
Yeah.
Right? And he says that the devil comes to steal,
destroy,
kill, destroy.
That is his good work.
But sasa unaona, this is the point I want us to know. For you are, for I am fearfully
and wonderfully made.
But the devil is like.
So
he's not. He's like a lion.
So
yes, sea lion. But he is like.
Ni kimchongo tu.
Ni kitu inakaa
kimewekwa hapo. But it's so funny. Ikiwekwa hapa,
you run away.
You are going to run away.
Yes. Now that's sasa ukicombine a perception, wewe unaonaje after you've known your true identity, your perception changes and how you face reality changes. Because
you've been created to be fearfully and wonderfully made, to trend over scorpions and snakes.
Sure.
You know, you've been given power over dominion and authority. Like you have all the power and authority. So even those lions which look like they're supposed to obey you.
Yeah.
But just because iko tu hapo inakaa inakufanya upotee mbio.
It's like uambiwe na mtu, you know, you suffer more in imagination than in reality.
Absolutely.
So that's how the lion works. Unasikia ati hata hajui kuguruma. He is like a lion ready to devour. Like unaona, si lion.
It's not a lion.
It's actually not real.
It's not really.
Kiko
tu hapo either kigurume but haiwezi kuuma.
It's like a dummy.
Unaona, iko tu hapo. And let me just bring this another perception. Wase wenye waliona Mount Sinai moto ikichomeka. How many people said like uko leo hatutalisha kesho?
So many,
but imagine it was God.
Yeah.
He was calling Moses. But it needed Moses to be close there so that he can know it's God. So how many times do we see that dummy standing there, that fake lion? We compromise. Because by the moment the conversation is so funny, either upotee na nitakukula tu ama usubmit. That is the conversation inatumianga. That manipulative. Unaona, and you mess up your identity, unakosa kujijua. You know, you lack to understand the promises of God. Because I also tend to feel like he also makes sure another angle shetani anatumianga ni aka angle ka. Do you see the conversation of Adam and Eve and God when he's coming back roam around saa sita hivi anamuuliza where are you Adam? And I guess Adam tell him God tell him who told you that you are naked? There's that conversation they had. You see, the devil makes sure when we compromise kidogo, because there's those moments you'll be utaanguka kwa temptations, you know, he makes sure rather than you having the consciousness of coming back coming back to God and telling God like, okay, nime come back, Mungu, nipe another chance. Sisi tuna feelingi like we create already a final judgment. Because Adam was like telling God, mi buda nimefanya blanda, tuachane tu roho safi. Badala angekuwa na that heart ya kuambia God like,